I thought I'd find you in here, Julian.
I told Cook to serve my breakfast in here this morning. After a little disagreement last night, I didn't relish seeing you first thing in the morning.
Oh, because I objected to the advice you were giving Ethan, that the standards and morals of the rest of the world don't apply to the Crane men.
I only told our son the simple facts of life as the Cranes live it. I'm still not in the mood to see you. I would like to finish my puzzle in peace.
I have no intention of upsetting your morning.
Really? Why is that?
Because one of the maids just told me that Gwen spent the night with Ethan. So I guess your little lecture didn't impress my son very much. He assured me that he still loves Gwen and that he has no desire to sleep with any other woman.
What do you expect him to say to his mother or his fiancée?
My son doesn't lie. And I wish you would stop encouraging him to sow his wild oats and run around behind Gwen's back, and stop putting into his head the idea that it's all right just to have fun with a girl like Teresa.
You think you know your son so well. I happen to know he likes Teresa.
Well, of course he likes Teresa. She is our housekeeper's daughter. But Ethan would never, ever hurt Pilar by trying to sleep with Teresa. And you had better keep your hands to yourself, too.
Ivy, you shock me. I merely made an observation based upon the look I saw between Ethan and Teresa.
Well, keep your observation to yourself. I will not have you ruin Ethan and Gwen's future. I won't stand for it. Do you hear me?
How dare you use that tone of voice with me? Do not presume to give me orders, especially when it comes to our son. Ethan is a young, red-blooded Crane male who has every right to his share of women.
Oh, my God, what are we, Vikings?
He can't be expected to ignore what he wants and just put it aside.
I wish I had a tape recorder. I would love to save this for the anthropologists.
Stop being condescending. I mean, it's not as if you weren't aware of the facts when you married me.
Our situation was completely different.
Well, I don't think so. I'm a man. Ethan's a man. What's different?
Ethan, thank God, is nothing like you.
Yes. Thanks to your coaching all these years, he'd be better off if he were more like me.
That is something I will prevent with my last breath.
Let's just hope that Gwen is more prepared to accept the fact that Ethan's a real man. She's not naive. She knows the rules of our social set.
No, I don't think so.
Well, then she better learn, and fast.
How fitting that you would corrupt the one decent thing in this family, my son, by putting down fidelity and commitment.
Don't talk to me about commitment. Where were you the first night of our honeymoon? I'd still like to know the answer to that one.
Oh, you know perfectly well that what happened that night was not my fault. I am not the one that cursed this marriage from the very first day we took our vows.
And I suppose I am.
You know damn well you are. Maybe you would like me to tell the world the hell that you have put me through. Or perhaps I should just tell the children what a bastard their father is.
Fine. Maybe I'll tell them a few things about their mother.
Oh, you son of a...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I will do whatever the hell I want to do.
Yes. You always do. It's one of the things that excites me even after all these years. It's your fire. Your passion. The scent. Feel of your skin. The ecstasy of surrender. In my arms.
That was over a long time ago for us, Julian.
I felt you respond. You missed it.
Don't be ridiculous.
I have wondered how you could go so long without a man.
With a man like you, it's easy.
Bitch!
It's so simple to get to you, Julian. Your Crane manhood is your weakness.
What's your weakness, Ivy? A woman as cold as you must have one. You know, I've been trying to figure out why you've been so riled up lately after all this time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. After all these years maintaining our marriage of convenience, why are you suddenly acting up? Why are you so restless? What happened? What's changed? Come on, Ivy. What is it? You're like a raw nerve. Why?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. For years, you've been willing to accept the rules of the game of this marriage, but lately you've been making noises like someone who's not content. Why would you want to challenge me now?
Do you want to know why, Julian? Do you really want to know why? Because I will tell you.
I'm sorry to interrupt. There's a call from Mr. Crane.
Thank you, Pilar. I suggest you pull yourself together. And do it fast. One more thing. Stop referring to Ethan as your son. He's my son, too.
I was so close, Pilar, so close to telling Julian everything.
I thought you were, and you frightened me terribly. You mustn't break the silence, not after all these years.
Oh, he makes me so angry. I just don't want to hurt him. I want to wipe that smug smile off his face.
Ivy, you must think of the consequences. Think of what you'd be destroying by revealing the truth.
You're right. You're right, Pilar. Thank you. Thank you for stopping me before I ruined everything.
I know how much you've sacrificed.
Yes, you do. Thank God somebody knows what I've been through. Oh, do you remember Sam from those days?
Of course I remember him. But it does no good to remember that time. It's very dangerous for you to wear that locket. Every time I see you with it, I worry that someone else will find it.
I'm very careful, Pilar. In all the years I've worn this locket, no one has ever seen it, and no one ever will.
Ivy, I beg of you, put that locket away where no one will ever find it. That part of your life is over.
No, Pilar. It will never be over, you know that.
But for your sake and the sake of the family, it must be.
Yes. You're right. Still, I desperately wish I could just go back and do it all over again.
I know, Ivy, I know. But you must never let Julian know the reason why you've suddenly become dissatisfied after all these years of accepting this life.
It was just seeing Sam in the house. It just brought back all those memories.
No one can ever learn your secret.
What's that about secret?
Hello, Ethan, darling.
Morning, Mother. Pilar?
Hello, Ethan.
So what's this about a secret?
What exactly did you hear, Ethan?
Well, obviously not enough. I just heard Pilar say something about a secret.
Well, then my surprise is safe.
What surprise?
I'm planning a surprise for you and Gwen, and I want it to be a secret, and that is all I'm going to say.
All right, then I won't badger you about it.
If you'll excuse me, I'll see to your breakfast.
Thank you, Pilar. Ethan, when are you going to propose to Gwen?
I told you, as soon as the ring I want is ready.
I don't want you to wait for the ring. I want you to do it now. Get married quickly.
Mother, I know the kind of wedding Gwen's family and you want to put together. I mean, it'll take months of planning.
Forget the big wedding. You and Gwen, you can elope, and we can have a huge reception afterwards.
I don't understand. Why the sudden rush?
I just don't want anything to happen, anything that would delay your being together. You do love Gwen, don't you?
Of course I love her.
And please, Ethan, don't wait. I think you should get married right away and move to Washington.
Washington? But I just came back to Harmony for good a few months ago. I mean, you wanted me to get established so I can take over Crane Industries.
Yes, but we also talked about you eventually having a political career. I don't think we should waste any more time. I think it's important that you move to Washington and start your career. We can arrange for you to join the legal staff of someone in Congress, perhaps Senator Porter's office. Ethan, what is the matter?
Mother, ever since I got back from law school, I'm starting to see how things are kept from me.
What are you talking about?
You and Father. I mean, I've asked you before if your marriage was happy, and you said you were. But after hearing what Father said yesterday, I need to know. Are you really happy?
Yes, Ethan. I am happy. You and your brother and your sisters, you are my life. I made a choice and I am committed to it. I just want a better happiness for you.
Mother, how can there be a better happiness? You're either happy or you're not.
Yes, you're right. And you are going to be happy, deliriously happy each and every day. Always. That's why I want you and Gwen to get married and move to Washington. The future is yours, Ethan. With our backing and name, you can have a wonderful political career.
And I'll be running Crane Industries.
Yes, if that's what makes you happy.
I've already accepted that that's what I'll do. I mean, I'm a Crane. I'm proud of it. It's who I am.
Yes, I know.
But I'm not going to be the kind of man Father is.
Don't talk against your father. He's a wonderful man.
That's the first time I've ever heard you defend Father.
Julian, yes. Ethan, I just want you to promise me that you will always be proud of who you are. No matter what happens, promise me that.
Mother, I'm proud of who I am. And I'm proud of my heritage. But after hearing Father talk about the Crane morality, I'm not like that. I don't think I could ever be like that.
I hope to heaven you never are.
No, the fact is, after hearing him talk about women, as if taking a woman, any woman, is the absolute right of being a Crane, I mean, it disgusted me, Mother.
I would be upset with you if it didn't disgust you.
But he seems to think that I'm just like him.
Well, you aren't. And you never will be.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know who you are.
Excuse me, Mrs. Crane. Cook would like to speak with you.
Thank you, Alice. Yes. Excuse me, I'll just be a moment.
Take your time.